now tuned in to
Valley Views, a Valley Views SFB media production.
Yeah, this is Hector, your co-host here on Valley Views, and along with my co-host right here,
Diosi, hi guys, you're listening to KROJ 101.5 FM.
That's right.
A huge shout out to Blizzard from Take You There Radio, our DJ on Valley Views every Sunday morning.
Yo, it's Fernando. Shouts out to Valley Views, man. They played me on the station. I was like, let me make you a jingle. So this is my jingle I made for this. This is what I had to do. This is Valley Views. This is what I had to do. This is Valley Views. Gonna be singing like, hey, hey, hey. So what you want? Gonna be singing like, hey, hey, hey. So what you want? Gonna be singing like, hey, hey, hey. So what you want? Gonna be singing like, hey, hey, hey. So what you want? I wasn't tripping when I lost my job. No reason to lie to my mom. Now I've got 8, 9 to 5, y'all. I was like, right on, right on, right on. No work on weekends, eh? Waking up early, sleep at 8. I think I'm surely dreaming, eh? Just look at what Burns achieving, eh? 20 pro skater, I'm gonna grind. Not one opportunity I will decline. I show up early, jokes and truth, I jot in the rhyme. Chicano house to Omatsu now. Do a song with y'all in his papa's house. 818 to San Diego. Become a legend in the valley like Danny Trejo. This is what I had to do. This is Valley Views. This is what I had to do. This is Valley Views. Gonna be singing like, eh, 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 eh. So what you want? Gonna be singing like, eh, eh, eh. So what you want? Gonna be singing like, eh, eh, eh. So what you want? Gonna be singing like, eh, eh, eh. So what you want?
Valley Views SFV Media is sponsored by Superior Car Co., your cargo van and truck warehouse. For more information, you may visit them at www.superiorcar.net. That's car with a K. And Ira Hart, your local insurance agent, located at 13867 Foothill Boulevard, Suite 107, Silmar, California 91342. Phone number 818-362-1236. Ira Hart, your local insurance agent for all your auto and car insurance. And now, your Valley Views radio show, presented by Pueblo y Salud and KROJ 101.5 FM.
Yes, y'all. We are back here in the studio. We're live here, broadcasting from the Pueblo y Salud headquarters here in the city of San Fernando. Big shout out, of course, to KROJ. Big shout out to Pueblo y Salud, to the whole entire crew here. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending when and where you're listening to Valley Views. We got Blizzard, we got DLC up in the house here. First and foremost, again, a big shout out to all the firefighters, all the first responders out there right now, taking care of, more than anything, life, life. Because, property could be replaced, property could be rebuilt, but we only get one life, But how y'all doing, Blizzard? How you doing, DLC? Like, as far as it's been a wild week, How you guys doing?
I mean, right off the bat, like going into the week, it was just like very eerie, the winds. And I remember the first day when the winds started to pick up, it just felt like, oh no, like this isn't normal, this isn't good. And I remember, like, we were talking about not, like, working the next day. Yeah. And then, so we actually left early that day. It was a short day for us. Went home, and then next thing you know, like, all these fires break out. And tomorrow, like, the next day and the next day. And I spent, like, 5 hours, like, glued to my computer, making phone calls, trying to get information for the Panda Hour on Thursday. And, like, it was really the first time in a long time that I I got into my work like that, my creative work, and it's it was really nice, but it was really unfortunate that had to be like an event like this,
Right.
you know, to pull
Yeah.
me in again. And so, but I'm, you know, I'm glad that we were able to get, you know, the senator and Senator Menjivar, you know, Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez, Assemblywoman Celeste. Yesterday, we spoke with Congresswoman Luz Rivas. And so, really, like as a team, we've been doing so much, but we've also been checking in with each other, you know, as friends. And a lot of us have been affected. I know my team with Voces, we had a couple friends that had to evacuate. We had a lot of people, a lot of our team is being affected, and as I know, Valley Views as well, we've been affected, and so, yeah, just glad that we're all safe.
Yeah.
Like you said, life. But I know that definitely there's a lot of strain and there's a lot of stress right now. So I hope everybody's taking care of themselves and
Yeah.
taking moments to breathe.
For real, because it's just so much, you know. And I know Blizzard, you had a situation too, right, where it was like really a really close call with the fires too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Tell us about that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, like you said in the beginning of the week, it was just very a weird feeling. Like usually by my house we get a lot of wind, and it's kind of normal. But yeah, there was something different about it this time around. And then sure enough, the fires pop up, and we got a fire in Silmar. And luckily, I mean, you know, not for the people that were on that side, but it was a little bit like far from us, but close enough. Because
Still
we've been
close
through this
enough,
before,
yeah.
that we know that the embers can, you know, easily head over to our side. So we evacuated to be safe, and then the next day, my girlfriend's house, somebody lit a fire right there by the freeway, which is like 2 houses down from where her house is. And so we get a call literally at the grocery store. Her aunt called her and told her that that the house is gonna catch on fire because the embers are hitting her house. And so sure enough, we get there, and the fire was huge. You could see it off the freeway, and unfortunately it was lit by someone. They don't know who it was, but yeah, I mean, luckily, thankfully, everybody's safe, and that's like the good part, you know. But yeah, it's so crazy right now, and I know that it's gonna take a while for a lot of us to get back to who we are and feel right. But you know, one thing that me and Hector were talking about was how community has really like come together and, you know, really come through for each other. And that's a beautiful thing to see. Unfortunately, like you said, it has to take something like this for people to do it. But, you know, happy to see that. But yeah, crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, on today's show, too, we want to, you know, we were like just thinking about it, too. Like, yeah, we want to continue to honor our mission of highlighting folks from our community that are having such a positive impact in our community. In fact, SICK is here, which we're going to introduce in just a bit here. But also we want to make sure that, you know, we're like very sensitive to the situation that's literally still happening as we speak. And then also, you know, use this platform to also, you know, communicate out resources, not just, of course, like through our social media pages, but, you know, being here in the studio as well. So, you know, throughout the show, we want to, you know, just highlight some of the resources that are available to you, especially if you've been impacted by the wildfires, whether it's, you know, your own home, whether it has to do with your business and or even just property, like, you know, where maybe you rent, but you still have things that, you know, might have gotten destroyed or, you know, damaged. There is, you know, as we heard from Congresswoman Luz Rivas yesterday, President Biden did declare this a state of emergency, which releases funds to the community. And there are a variety of different ways that you could apply for that federal assistance. So I think it's really important just to, one, if you're listening to this and, you know, you know someone that might need it, not only share it, but maybe even, you know, like just figure out ways, as I already see it out in the community, to reach out and help out too, assist. Maybe, you know, you could help them go through that process of applying, because if you're already in distress and then having to worry about, you know, putting together like all the stuff you need for that application, you know, it could be a lot, you know. And I actually went through the application process just to kind of see how just to experience it myself, just to see, luckily I don't need the assistance, which is good. I'm very thankful that, where I live, it wasn't impacted like that. But it is a resource by the federal government through FEMA, is disasterassistance.gov. That's disasterassistance.gov, where you could apply there for FEMA disaster assistance and guides to different types of resources. These are for individuals. They could assist you with anything from like property damage, vehicle damage, personal property damage as well. Also emergency needs such as food, clothing, shelter, gas, medication, medical equipment, essential utilities as well. And even if you need like home access, if your access is, currently blocked, like you could, fill that out too, so that FEMA also knows about that. Other things through the disasterassistance.gov website that can assist with are other things like other expenses, such as funeral and reburial expenses, lodging expenses, medical or dental expenses, new or extra childcare costs, and other home safety item costs. And also for those that might have a small business, the U.S. Small Business Administration, they're over at SBA.gov. SBA.gov. What they're calling this, like the federal government, is called the Wildfires and Straight Line Winds event. And the Wildfires and Straight Line Winds event is, the type of damage there is considered fire. And the deadline for physical damage filing through the U.S. Small Business Administration is March 10th, 2025. And for, there's also a deadline for economic injury. So for economic injury, that deadline is October 8th of 2025. And again, those resources are on SBA.gov through the U.S. Small Business Administration as well. So you will continue to kind of reiterate some of these and other resources as well throughout our show. But I think we definitely need to, just share, as I already see like so many folks doing in our community, sharing and helping each other and assisting each other. I think it's just beautiful to see, like, through massive destruction, the beauty that comes out of it too, though. Definitely. And the beauty is really our humanity, our community coming together, Yeah. Any thoughts here before we introduce, of course, our feature guest here of our 1045 hour? Yeah.
No, just grateful for the team, for the platform, for the community that we've already built together, and for, the information and the knowledge that we're able to put out to community just by being the individuals that we are, collectively bringing our, platforms together. I think that's what's been the most beautiful for me, as, a co-host and, collaborator and all of that here. It's just been really beautiful to see us really pull in all of our resources, including like the interns. You know, they were here yesterday, and they haven't been going to school, and so it's really nice to see them here with each other and like
in community, with us.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, And with that said, definitely want to start bringing in now our first featured guest here. I'm really happy to have him here. We are talking about Sick, everybody. So Sick is in the house, everybody. Sick is the founder of Sick Car Meets and Sick Mobile Auto Detail. And just want to remind everybody that this featured interview is brought to us by Superior Car Co. and Ira Hart Insurance Agent. And with that said, Sick, good morning. How are you today? How's just right here, Sick, your mind, body, and spirit?
I'm good. Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and Sick, we met over at the Granada Hills, over in Granada Hills, actually, for one of the events that was happening out there. And first and foremost, just how are you dealing, with everything that's happened with these wildfires? And just how are you and your family doing?
We're all good. We're all safe. I've been watching a lot of the news. Sadly, I've been off. Not a lot of people want to get their cars detailed during this disaster time. But I was kind of going through a depression just watching everyone lose their homes and all the sad things on the news. And it seems like there's a lot of arsonists that are causing these. And I actually had to take a break yesterday and step away from the TV because I really felt like I was getting depressed just watching this and seeing our city burn.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, it could be overwhelming, you know.
Definitely.
It could be overwhelming. That's why I've been even intentional with like what we post on Valley Views to make sure it's kind of more like resourceful than just like, you know, or like, you know, than just like all the fires like images, you know, because that could, like you said, it could get to us, you know, like big time. So I'm glad you're, you know, trying your best to like, you know, unplug and like make sure that your mind is right too, you know. And you know, I want to definitely get into, you know, of course, like, you know, your car club and everything you're doing. But I think before we get into that, I want to really just first and foremost and more importantly right now, just talk about what your efforts are related to this wildfire, because you do have something that you're actually doing today after you leave here. So tell us a little bit about that first.
Well, basically, I've been seeing a lot of people help out in the car community by doing donation drives for the victims, and I felt like nobody was really doing anything for the firefighters, so I decided to put something together today. It's going to be from 1 to 5 p.m. at Chatsworth Park North, and we're just basically trying to get donations for the firefighters, things they need, protein bars, snacks, bottled waters, Gatorades, and it's all going to go to station number 72, which is located in my city of Canoga Park, right off of DeSoto and Van Owen.
And what made you pretty much, decide, you know what, I got to do this? Like, what, you know, obviously, like you said, like folks might not have been donating over to firefighters, or, you know, like what was in your heart to decide, like, hey, I got to do this, you know?
I just felt bad seeing all the tragedy on the news and just felt like I had to do something rather than just sit at home and get depressed watching, you know, people's lives get burned. And I just had to do something, and I figured, hey, what can I do? I know a lot of car people. I know a lot of car clubs, and like I said, everyone's been doing stuff for the victims, but I just felt like I had to do something for those helping us.
Yeah. Well, hey, literally like your name, that's sick, bro. You know, literally, that's sick. I mean, and it also goes to show, though, right, like how a community comes together, though, you know, like you're just a perfect example, sick, of like, you know, like, yeah, we could just get into it, and it's okay to be all depressed. I'm even getting a little emotional right now just thinking about like what, you know, people, what they're going through right now, you know, but also like channeling that energy and that depression and the anxiety into something like what you're doing, you know. So so thank you for that too, Sig, for like just doing that, you know.
Honestly, it's the least I could do.
Yeah. Exactly. Go ahead, Dilsey.
So I have a question. While I was walking by earlier, I heard you know, we were talking also that you have 5 kids. And so, you know, school's been out, and, you know, expenses rise when your kids are home. And you, like you said, as a business owner, your business has been impacted because not a lot of people are looking to get their cars detailed right now. I'm grateful that you're still able to put something together through your car club and support, but can you speak a little bit on what that experience has been as a business owner and a parent going through this in the community? Maybe you're not impacted in the way that everybody else is impacted, but can you speak a little bit on the ways that you have been impacted as an individual?
Yeah, I'm grateful that my kids and my family are safe. Luckily, none of their schools burned down, but I feel sad for everyone else's school that they lost. I think the kids just don't want to be home. They get kind of impatient in the house. They start to act up more. So me and my wife, our patience start to wear out a little bit, and we actually want to see them back at school. But yeah, it's just tough. I've been just trying to do marketing on social media and just waiting for calls when I can, because I do got bills to pay. But I mean, I could be in a worse situation, so I'm blessed and I'm thankful, and my heart goes out to everyone that's been affected more than I have.
That's just nuts, right? Because we were talking about that, like there's so much like economic impact along with the mental health impact, you know, for folks on so many levels, you know. And again, like for example, like exactly what you're talking about, you know, and that's what I wanted to talk to you about prior to these wildfires, you know, just in general, like tell us about your car club, because you built your own community too, you know, through the love of cars. And, you know, that's how I saw you. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I think what attracted me was you had like a little car for like a dog or something, you know?
Oh, yeah, that was my buddy's dog.
Yeah, right. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Like, even the dog has his own right. I need my little doggy to have a car too, you know? But yeah, just tell me, brother, a little bit about how you started that like community and what it means to you really too, you know? Yeah.
Pretty much all my life since I was a young kid, I just loved cars. You know, I went through different phases. When I was like 10 years old, I just loved Lamborghinis. My whole room was Lamborghini posters and Lamborghini bed and all that kind of stuff. And then when I got into the teenage years, which was the 90s, I got into the lowriders and going to the lowrider shows. And
Like big time switch up right there.
Yeah. I literally just switch it. So that's what that's what my car club, the Sick Squad and Sick Car Meets is all about. We actually bring a variety of different car cultures together.
Yeah.
So you won't just see one kind of car. You'll see lowriders. You'll see lifted trucks. You'll see electric vehicles. You'll see, you know, everything. JDM, KDM.
Yeah.
Just bringing all the different car cultures together because we're all still one.
Yeah, exactly. And I like that. That's when I was checking out some of the cars and you know, your folks that you were with, and I like that because it wasn't just one type of car, you know.
Yeah.
I think there was even like, I forget if it was like a Japanese brand, maybe Honda or something, but it had like the suicide doors and like, you know, like you just have a variety. I think
that was my Honda.
Was that your Honda? All right. Yeah,
Lamborghini
exactly.
doors.
Well, you got a little bit of that Lamborghini in you now, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and I know, for example, you've done some stuff, you know, with Granada Hills, over at Los Toros, you know, in Chatsworth, and like when you guys get together, like, what's that purpose all about for y'all?
For me, my purpose is basically helping out small business owners. A lot of people do car meets, but they just do it in random parking lots or random empty spaces. I like to do it to bring people to that business. I did a trunk or treat at Los Toros. We packed the whole place. We had kids out trick or treating. We did awards. We did raffles, and pretty much just brought the whole Chatsworth community out there. And we even had people come from Santa Clarita, Palmdale. So we're actually bringing more people to the valley and helping out the business owners. So when I leave the car meet, they know that place is there. They go there, eat more often or shop more often.
Love
that. Isn't that dope? Yeah.
Thank you.
Very intentional.
Yeah.
That's appreciated, man.
It's more of a purpose rather than just a cause.
Yeah, no, I love that. I love that part. And tell us then, like, so you went from the car stuff to then, like, you're like, yo, you also got a business, right? Which is your mobile auto detail. And tell us a little bit about that, because obviously, like, LA in general, in the Valley, actually, there's so much history here in the San Fernando Valley of, like, just car culture in general, you know? Which actually goes alongside with, like, auto detailing, you know?
True.
But what got you into that, like, from probably, like, getting your own cars clean and washed, right, to say, hey, let me do this for others, too?
Believe it or not, I ran movie theaters for 20 years. I used to run the Chinese Theater in Hollywood and pretty much every theater in the Valley. Granada Hills, Van Nuys, Plant 16. I've been all around. So back then, I still had that passion for cars, but I had no time being a general manager. I worked 9 to 9, 6 days a week. I had to work weekends, holidays, Christmas. So my life was pretty much family, work. So unfortunately, I got laid off. And that's what got me to start my own business, Sick Mobile Auto Detail, and basically just offering a mobile detailing service to the Valley. I come out to your home or office, and my van is equipped with everything, power, water, and I'll detail your cars, make them look sick.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Love that. I love that, you know? And, you know, I mean, that's just, again, like another way through these fires and everything going on. You know, folks need to get some of that you know, any particles that might be on the cars too, though, if you think about it, right? Like, because you know, the winds have been okay, but like, you know, we're gonna get more wind, so it's like,
all
you know,
the sediment is
not
gonna
over.
affect the cars and everything too.
So you know, we hope that you know, that also continues, of course, you know.
Thank
and you know, because it's a lot as far as like right now the impact probably that you're feeling, you know. But tell us, well, actually, before we get into it, just want to remind everybody we're here at KROJ, y'all, 101.5 FM here in the San Fernando Valley. We're right here with Sick, y'all. This is the Valley Views show. We got Blazerk up in the house from Take You There Radio to Valley Views. We got Diosi over here, our co-host as well, and we're just here talking to Sick from the Sick Car Meets and Auto Detail. And Sick, tell us a little bit more about, like, what are some of your favorite cars? And what are those kind of like cars, like, as far as like, because it sounds like from your evolution of like loving and your passion for cars, it's changed over the years too, right? Yeah. But tell me a little bit about some of the cars that you guys really a little bit more into them. Like, do you guys actually like also modify them? Like, you know, what do you guys do?
Yeah, we modify everything. A couple of our members actually do modifications themselves. We got a guy that does wraps. We got a guy that does stereos. We got a guy that does all the kind of lighting, the
Oh, cool.
underglow for underneath your car, and we just kind of put all our skills together and do what we can. And if we can't do it, we'll go to someone that can.
Yeah,
I like
there
that.
you go. Hey, and what's up with that? Like raps, is that seems like a newer kind of like, in the last couple of years. I see a lot of folks more do the raps. Do you prefer the raps over like like crazy paint job? Because it's almost like a different art skill altogether.
Yeah.
too,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. I'm more of a paint guy, but I do detail cars with wraps, and I actually plan on getting my car wrapped hopefully this year. Gonna kind of
Nice.
switch up my car. I've had it for 7 years, so I want to give it a whole new look.
Yeah.
Can you speak a little bit about those the benefits, pros and cons, maybe, of getting your car either painted and detailed or getting it wrapped?
Yeah.
With the wrap, you have to be very careful. It's easy to damage the wrap, and you should wash it at least every 2 weeks. Try to stay out of the sun, or your wrap can get sun damage. And as far as paint goes, you want to do a clay bar and a wax at least every 6 months to keep your paint nice and smooth and shiny.
Okay.
Wow,
All right.
okay.
I didn't know
It's good
that.
to know.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that either.
So almost in a way, if you're gonna do a wrap, you should it's like make sure you have maybe like an indoor place to park your car then
Yeah.
too,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
You kind of have to maintain the wraps a little bit more than a paint job.
Okay.
Okay.
But it definitely protects from like what do you call it, like scratches and stuff like that, huh? Because it's
Onto the main paint.
Yeah, you're gonna protect the original paint.
yeah. Is it
Yeah.
like kind of like a plastic vinyl? What is that? Like wrap material? Do you know?
It is a vinyl material, and
Yeah.
then they also have a plastic vinyl material, which is PPF, and that's to either protect the wrap or protect your paint.
Yeah.
A lot of people are doing PPF as well now, paint protection film.
Okay.
Or you can even put that
Is
over
that
your
Is that
wrap.
like a clear one?
Is
or-
that-
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
clear one,
okay.
so you could still see the original
cool.
color of your
And
paint.
that's crazy. I'm very interested in that. I just bought a new car and I have
There you go.
kids, so
Yeah. Most of the exotic cars that I do, like Lamborghinis and McLarens, they all have their car fully PPF. That way they're protected from like those
Mine
little
is not
chips you get
exotic.
on
Yeah,
the freeway
yeah.
and stuff.
I wonder if I should do that for my little bucket, the Accord that I pack all the time. We do the San Fernando Auto Market. You know?
Yeah. I mean,
Like
if you love your car and you want to protect it, that's
Right?
definitely the way to go.
Yeah.
Hey, I might need to talk to you after this. You know.
Yeah, I
Wanna
definitely
do
got to
some
reach out
wrapping.
for you guys for
Yeah.
some electrical work. You know.
Yeah.
you're looking to put some lights into your vehicle?
No. More like I gotta fix my speaker. I don't know. There's something
Oh,
wrong
there's
with the
something wrong with your speaker.
electricals, and yeah, it's real annoying. But yeah,
Whenever you're ready, I got somebody.
sounds
Oh,
good.
there it is.
Let's do it.
Mobile DJ Blizzard over
Oh,
here. Maybe,
there you go.
Wrap up your DJ equipment
Yeah,
real quick.
that'd be
No, that's awesome. And then and then just back to your like car club too, just in general, for folks that might want to what are some of your events? Obviously, you have the event happening related to what do you call it? The things you guys are doing to donate to the firefighters. But in general, like, what are some other events that like maybe you're already planning for the future, or even just adjusting right because of the wildfires? Like, what's the plan for y'all right now? Just kind of like moving forward with like the times that we're also like living in.
We just did a big toy drive last month to help get toys for kids in need, and the month before that we did a food drive around Thanksgiving. The next step is basically today, right when I leave here, I'm doing the whole firefighter donation thing, and I kind of just take it daily depending on what the community needs. 2 Fridays ago, we did a huge car meet in Arleta, and we were basically promoting my uncle's food truck, Torta Chewy Jr., and we had about 110 cars at least. So, just getting the word out about him and let people know that he's there at that corner every week. And
What's the name of that food truck again?
Tortas Chewy Jr., best tortas in the valley.
Okay, Tortas Chewy Jr. Right. I'm
I
gonna need to.
actually-
Soph, if you're listening right now, Soph, maybe write that down for the next season. Sofu, Valley Bites. Sofu Valley Bites. Yeah.
They where is their location at?
They're on Woodman, 9700 Woodman, I believe is
Right
the
there in that
exact address.
plaza where there's like the
Where the El Super is. and
yeah,
the
so
AutoZone.
I actually
cool.
did when they first started.
Uh-huh.
When they first started posting up right there, I did a video for them.
Oh, no way.
And so then I was like, hey, you need to like work on your social media a little bit more.
Awesome.
And so he started doing that. He started getting a lot of followers, a lot of likes. And
Yeah.
so I've gone back a couple of times, but I haven't been back in about, I would say like maybe 9 months.
Oh, time to go
Hey,
back.
time to go get a
But-
torta.
Time to go get a torta. But
Time to
I
go get
love
a
the
torta.
he has this torta where it's like layered. It has pineapple and like
Oh wow.
it has pineapple and like some type of sausage.
Yes,
Sounds
he has a
good.
good variety. I can't remember
Oh
all
my
the
God,
names,
my
but they're
mouth is
all just
watering
as
right now.
Yeah.
But Tortas Chuy Jr., I can vouch that place is fire. It's
Yeah, I
sick.
heard it here.
And just to let you know, like we here at KROJ, we cannot like what do you call it? Endorse products, but it's definitely great to know that and
Yeah.
but I'm definitely gonna check it out on a personal level.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
There
that's
you go.
awesome. That's awesome. That was a nice plug there, Sick. And then also though, but it's also goes to show like how you work with like other family members,
Yeah.
community to like just again like support one another in that sense.
Yeah, it's all about the community. We were just in the Chatsworth Holiday Parade as well as the Granada Hills Parade. So we brought out about 12 to 15 of our vehicles,
Dope.
all decorated. I'm talking like Santa hanging out the side of
decked
them.
out, huh?
Yeah.
Christmas. My daughter put Christmas lights all over her
Yeah.
car.
Oh, cool.
Like Sick status. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah, we pretty much wowed the crowd. At the Granada Hills Parade, we got first place car club,
Sweet.
and at the Chatsworth Parade, we got second place car club.
Okay.
And
Now.
we brought out a variety. We had the old school Volkswagens, we had some Teslas, we had my Honda, my daughter's Mustang. So it's just all about helping the community right now and doing car meets for a cause rather than just for fun.
Just
Yeah.
no, I love that, and no, I really appreciate you, coming on the show and like telling us a little bit more about your car club, your community, the culture that you've created, for your love and passion for cars, but really it's more your love and passion for community,
Exactly,
the
yeah.
cars is just like the cherry on top, so no, I really appreciate you, Sick, and before we let you go and do our words of wisdom, before we do that though, tell us one more time though, again, your event that you're doing today, so that those listening out there could be a bit more informed about your donation drive.
So today we're going to be at Chatsworth Park North. We're going to be collecting items for the firefighters from 1 to 5. Bottled waters, Gatorade, liquid IV, energy drinks, beef jerky, nuts, dry fruit, kind of all the snacks that the firefighters need to help give them energy during this time. And we're going to personally deliver it to a couple of the fire stations in the valley. The first one we're going to go to is station number 72, which is on Van Owen and DeSoto. It's the one close to my home. So we gotta help out the firefighters and help out the valley.
Yeah, and I appreciate you, Sick, for being here again. We've had Sick here. Before we let you go, Sick, we have one last part here that we're gonna do with you, and that is words of wisdom. Okay, where we want to have you share with us a little bit more about what the words of wisdom that you want to leave us here for our listening audience. So with that said, Sick, what are some words of wisdom you want to leave us with?
Stay away from takeovers. Those guys are kind of ruining our community. They're making it look bad for us. They're bringing the cops over to events like mine, thinking that we might be partaking in that kind of thing. And I just feel like those guys are kind of messing up our community right now, and they're doing dangerous, stupid things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that. I mean, it's like a safety advisory, you know,
Yeah,
as well,
It is.
which I think is really important. And again, it goes to show like the character of Sick right here,
Yes.
and the culture that you are creating. So with that said, want to thank you once again, Sick, for being here. Let's continue to see how we could partner up, help each other, and more importantly, thank you for just the work that you do for our community too.
Thank you guys as well. You guys do a lot more than I do. So I appreciate
It's
you,
all
and
good.
I'm blessed
It
to
is
be here.
all love,
Yes.
So with that said, we're gonna take a quick short musical break, y'all, and then in just a bit we're gonna have Michael Lopez from Boulevard Connect, which actually does a lot of stuff related to the car culture and cholo on a Lolo. Michael Lopez coming up in just a bit, y'all. Big shout out to everybody, and we have more wildfire resources coming up as well. Break time, take it away, DJ Blizzard.
Hoy te esperaré en la esquina iluminada de mi calle Ven. No puedo comprender que nunca confesaras tu amor aquella noche eterna. Daba igual. Hoy te esperará este reducto de marfil y de hueso que soy. me hiciste un gran favor. Oh, nadie ha dado un paso por mí. Yo era una luz enterrada con puñados de cal. Y si estoy solo esta vez, no es casualidad. Morir por ti sería un lento y bello final. Y no regresarás a mi corazón, no. Morir por ti sería un ambicioso final. Hoy te esperaré. Oh, dime, dime a mí quién soy, qué soy. Y en el oscuro soportar, Señor, mi suerte al fin pudo cambiar, pero te extraña que exija de nuevo tu amor. Hoy te esperaré. Sí, dime, dime a mí quién soy, qué soy. Y puedo comprender que nunca confesaras tu error. Aquella noche enferma era normal. Y si estoy solo esta vez, no es casualidad. Morir por ti sería un lento y bello final. Y no regresarás a mi corazón. Morir por ti sería un ambicioso final. Esta luz nunca se apagará. Esta luz nunca se apagará. Esta luz nunca se apagará. Esta luz nunca se apagará.
Take You There Radio.